Do you hear that? Stop. Listen for a sec. That's the sound of background noise, and it's starting right now.
Thank you so much for tuning into Background Noise today. As always, I am super stoked for today's episode. We have an artist from Montreal, which I don't get a whole lot, so I'm super excited to talk to Eric here with his project, The Moon and I. It's a very chill, relaxed, kind of electronic style. Like, when I was listening it, the words that came to mind was almost like ethereal. Like, it's just it's so chill and easy to listen to. So this will be a great episode. I always like to get the show started though, Eric. I just like to let you tell me a little bit about yourself, your journey with music, this project, kind of your little shtick with it.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you for having me. This is, I'm so excited. It's my first podcast. So super stoked to be here. A bit about myself. I'm a solo indie singer-songwriter and producer. I'm self-managed, pretty much do everything by myself. Based in Montreal. Music for me started when I was very young, when I was maybe like 5 or 6, started taking up classical piano. So that laid a solid foundation for like understanding music theory and composition that kind of went through everything else I'm doing now, more in the realm of pop music. I guess the way you describe my music's pretty spot on and pretty common. It's ethereal. It's kind of like moody, maybe alternative music. I get a lot of comparisons to like James Blake and Radiohead. I'm pretty much, I'm kind of a hermit. So I just stay home, make music, and been releasing it officially since 2020.
Right on. And how did you come up with the name The Moon and I? Because I love that name.
Yeah, I love that name too. It's named after the song Moon Eye, which I wrote maybe like 10 years ago. I put up on Bandcamp by accident, kind of just testing the platform. This is way back in like 2011, 2012 or something. And then at that time, a bunch of blogs just like started reposting it, and it went kind of viral through a lot of blogs in the UK. So I'm like, oh wow, this is the first time someone's like a total stranger that's, hearing my music and resonating with it and sharing it. So I kind of named myself after that, and that song too marked a different like change of direction musically. So that's how it came about.
That's actually pretty cool. Let's actually start with that song as well too, because you do have that one, and it's also on your latest EP, Apperception. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that EP?
Yeah, Apperception. The name came about. I was kind of looking for a word that could describe the process of like making sense of things. Kind of like things happen, and then you're left with all these echoes of these events that happen in your life. You're trying to make sense of it, and came across this word apperception, and it's, it really just resonated with me. It's this philosophical idea of making sense of things by embodying it into like the tools you have inside yourself. So for me, it's like my tools are art, making music and stuff. That's my healthy outlet of, coping with things. So the EP is a collection of all these songs, these events and things that happened in the past for years, and kind of giving them shape, giving them form. So it's very therapeutic for me, and it goes through various moods. There's like pop songs, there's like electronic songs, there's like very intimate piano ballads. And it came out on September 29th.
Right on. And I love the album as a whole. I know you released a lot of them as singles as well before you put them all together in an album. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about the song Moon and I in particular, what it's about, where you were when you were writing? I know you said you wrote it a very long time ago, so if you can kind of remember, do share.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was in a more darker period. My grandfather at the time was not doing so well health-wise. So I was thinking a lot about, life and death. At that time too, I just graduated from university. I wasn't sure, where to go, what am I doing? So the song was kind of like sitting down, and just letting it all out, a stream of consciousness, lyrics wise. The first iteration was maybe 10 minutes long. It was me and an acoustic guitar. And then kind of listen to it, try to find the right words, putting it together, give instruction form. So yeah, that's pretty much like the conception of it. And then musically, I was listening to a lot of James Blake at the time, so exploring synths and piano. And I was kind of discovering my own voice too, how to like emote properly and convey emotions. So yeah, that was the first song where I was really proud of that came out, and yeah, people really resonate with it.
Cool. Yeah. Well, we'll spin that one right away. That'll kick us off. And then when we come back, I'll talk a little bit more about some of the other songs off that latest EP. Because you have a lot of music videos that go with them too. And I must say, I love the music videos, but we will get into that in a little bit. First, here's Moon Eye.
You're listening to Background Noise. Like what you hear? Follow us on Instagram at Background Noise The Show for links to episodes, playlists, and more.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Background Noise today. We're sitting down with Eric and talking about his project, The Moon and I, kind of like an ethereal, very intimate, electronic, like this music has a lot of emotion, I guess is the best way to put it. We just listened to Moon Eye, but I do want to talk about some of the other songs off your latest EP, At Perception. One of the ones that I really liked, I think you just re-released as a single recently, was Ocean Heart. The music video for that song was awesome. It was like a movie, and I love music videos that are like tiny movies. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about that song and that music video?
Yeah, I'm so proud of that music video. We were lucky to get a grant for it. We applied for a Prison Prize's MVP project. It's a grant that helps emerging musicians and filmmakers connect and work on a project. So for that one, I was very lucky to have it. It was directed by Karine Dashny, and the executive producer was Jordan Lavery, who also did the special effects on it. And yeah, I mean, I met Karine through social media and kind of reached out to her cold, like, hey, we both follow each other's work and we're fans of each other. And I asked her, would you like to apply to this grant with me? We got it. So, that's how that music video came about. Sonically, the song was about, kind of like, I wrote about started with 10 years ago too, around the same time as all these other songs. And the first line came out, your heart is deeper than oceans. Kind of just blurred it out. Didn't know what it meant. And then kind of tuck it away for a couple of years. And then later on, things happen in your life, like, oh, I know what this means. And it's kind of like about a relationship where one person can't really commit. Like every relationship they have is kind of like another drop in their ocean heart. And it's so it's a song about this couple trying to reckon with, the situation they're in and realizing, this is not healthy. This is a toxic thing, and trying to move on from it. So once that idea, I knew what the song's about finally, the rest came very quickly, the chorus, the rest of the lyrics. And then I had this nice skeleton of a song, and I tried production wise, like taking various directions, like jazz, rock song, pure electronic, and it just wasn't clicking. So finally I reached out to Hypnotic Beats, this multi-platinum producer, which I met at a song camp, at SoCan in Montreal. It's the first time I worked with another producer on my own solo work, so I was kind of nervous. And he was so cool. He was so chill and gracious and collaborative. And he lended like this awesome beat to it, living up to his name, Hypnotic Beats. Which tied everything together. It this nice, moody atmosphere, haunting, beautiful contrasts, like the floating vocals with like the more traditional classical piano lines, and there's also like these glitchy electronic beats. I'm super proud of that one.
Right on. Yeah, no, I think like the song itself is absolutely beautiful. And then just like with the music video, it tied together so well. Another song that you have a music video for as well that we'll talk about is Day In, Day Out, also off that EP. That was the one that I watched and I was like, his stuff is like ethereal, because that was what that music video was giving to me. And then you also had a note in there as well, the elephant rope, which I thought was such a cool story. I've never heard that story before. And so when I read it in the caption, I was like, wow, like it was super interesting. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about that music video and kind of the thing with the elephant rope?
Yeah, the elephant rope story, basically, I think it's like this old Buddhist type of story. Basically, the story goes is like an elephant, if you raise it when it's a child, and you tie a rope around it, and you nail that rope to the ground, it can't get away. So it's growing up, this small elephant. It's always thinking like, I'm always chained here. I can't break free. So it's conditioned to stay one place. But eventually, as it grows older, they can remove the rope. and the elephant will still stay put because he's conditioned to think he can't break free. He thinks there's still this rope tying him to the ground. And so that's kind of like the initial idea for the music video. Is kind of like, we put these limitations on ourselves. We have these preconceived ideas of what we can do and can't do based on, the way we were brought up in life. And it's kind of like suggesting this idea that, it's all constructed in your mind. You can, some of these things you can break free from, and you have the power to do the things and pursue the things you want.
Yeah, and you can definitely feel that story in the music video when you watch it as well too. It was just a very it was a cool music video because while there wasn't a lot happening special effects wise, it didn't have the same movie vibe as Ocean Heart. It was still just a very dark and powerful music video. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the music video?
Yeah, the music video was kind of a shot in the dark. I found a filmmaker on Fiverr and I reached out and I wrote the treatment. I looked at her work. I referenced her work. She's a dancer and a filmmaker. So I took, screenshots of the things, the moods I was kind of going for. I storyboarded roughly the idea of okay, you're in this forest. You're going to see this floating, scarf, textile, red textile thing that symbolizes the elephant rope. And it's going to latch onto you. You're going to try to break free. And you're going to try to kind of through this dance sequence, show that, you can free yourself from these shackles. So, it's a tall order. I wrote this in an email, sent it off with storyboards and, thankfully it came back awesome. Super grateful for it. So yeah, that's kind of the way that music video came about.
I like it. And, real quick, we'll play Ocean Heart and Day In, Day Out right away here, but why don't you tell me about the song Day In and Day Out first?
Day In, Day Out was probably the first song I did after Moon Eye. And Day In, Day Out was the first song released online. And that one took forever because I was still learning music production. I was still learning how to make things sound good. So, but that one's probably the one I'm most proud of production-wise because you have all these glitchy beats. It's syncopated, and you have, again, piano lines floating around and these ethereal vocals. And lyrically, the song was kind of a stream of consciousness. I think it was around 2020, so, we were stuck inside day in, day out, trying to make sense of what's going on. A lot of people were kind of re-questioning what they're doing in life. So that was kind of a reaction to that, and me thinking about things in the past, did I lose my muse? Did I lose touch with my creative side? Is this what I want to do with my life? Kind of putting it on the song and just, not holding back, lyrically, just let the stream of consciousness take its natural shape and form, try not to control it too much, and then edit things afterwards, but just be free in the moment and let the music speak for itself.
Beautiful. Let's spin those two songs, Ocean Heart and Day In, Day Out, from the Moon and I. And then when we come back, I know we've been talking lots about your EP, but I did find a couple songs that are not on it. They're just singles on the Spotify, so I definitely want to talk about them quick. But first, here's Ocean Heart.
Your heart is deeper than ocean. I cannot reach for devotion. I cannot keep still. I fall for you and say you don't understand. Don't understand. Don't understand. Yesterday I walked just to get out, looking for a way, looking for a face. Did I lose my way? Did I fall through? Did I lose control? Did I lose my muse? Less and less I know. Less and less I know. tomorrow brings. I could spend the night, cover my eyes, cover your wings. Wish it was that simple. 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 I wish it was that simple.
You're listening to Background Noise. Like what you hear? Follow us on Instagram at Background Noise The Show for links to episodes, playlists, and more.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Background Noise today. I hope you're enjoying this episode as much as I am. It's a very nice, chill, relaxed episodes. I know sometimes we have very dancey ones, we have really loud ones, but this one is one of those chill episodes. And I'm really liking it so far. We're chatting with Eric and chatting about his project, The Moon and I. We talked a lot about a lot of songs off his newest EP, but there are a couple singles not on this EP from quite a while ago. One's from 2020 and one's from 21. So I do want to talk about those quick. The first one I found was Shuffle, which I do believe is technically the first one on Spotify. So why don't you tell me about that song?
Yeah, Shuffle was written probably 10 years ago. It was before the Moon Eye song. It was a different time, a different direction. It was more like indie rock, indie pop. So that, like in my head, the Moon Eye and Day Out, that's like marks the beginning of a new era, and Shuffle is like this old era. It's still a really nice song. I think at the time I was inspired by Arcade Fire, Coldplay. It's like this rock song. It's maybe like a power pop song. You got some pianos bashing in there, some guitars, some drums. Yeah, it's a really catchy song.
Yeah, it definitely sounds a lot different than a lot of your newer stuff. And that's why I like digging so deep into the Spotify archive, is because I love seeing essentially where you guys have come from and how like musicians have progressed from their first song, however long ago it was made or released, to, you know, what your latest EP has sounded like. It's always such a cool journey to listen to.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. Thank you so much for digging that up.
And one of the other ones I dug up as well was the 2021 single, Ivy. Why don't you tell me about that song?
Oh, that one is a cover of Frank Ocean's Ivy, which I had listening to like on like his album on repeat in 2016. And that song for me had like an emotional connection, a reminder of something that I didn't want to listen to. It brought up some memories. But so I decided to cover it. I put like a small clip on TikTok. People seem to have enjoyed it. So I'm like, okay, let me try to finish this song. And then by, making my own, basically I slowed it down to make like this moody piano and voice ballad. It's very intimate, very up close to the mic. It's very, very intimate. And by covering the song, I kind of reclaimed it for myself in a way, I think. And, since I've been able to listen to the original and this new one, yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's spin those two songs here. We'll spin Shuffle and then his cover of Ivy. And then when we come back, we will bring it back to a bunch of the songs off of your latest EP. But first, here's Shuffle from 2020.
Underneath the river down below lies a place that's skeletal. I can't hide, but I can't find the answers in my mind. And if there's lies in my head, singing songs with shades of red. Pull me out to safety pin, watch it all just crumbling. Sticks and stones could easily break my bones, but your words could build my home. If I can ask you one more thing, give it time, give me time. 'Cause I have always been too late, running round and round in fate. With twisted tongues I sit and wait until the day may come. Sweetly, I couldn't change the life I knew. Maybe the next life will be the one that's true. I see, but I don't believe I can't see. Yesterday was a memory too free, dance of promises to be. Heaven only knows. Where do I go? Where do I go? Do these stairs lead up or down? Or do they run around and round? Glass is broken on the ground. How can home be found? Sweetly, I couldn't change the life I knew. Maybe the next life will be the one that's true. I see, but I don't believe I can't see. I thought that I was dreaming when you said you loved me. The start of nothing, I had no chance to prepare. Couldn't see you coming. And the start of nothing. Ooh, I could hate you now. It's quite alright to hate me now. But we both know deep down the feeling still deep down is good. If I could see through walls, I could see you faking. If you could see my thoughts, you would see our faces. Safe in my rental, like on a truck back then. We didn't give a fuck back then. I ain't a kid no more. We'll never be those kids again. Drive the 6, had the X6 back then. Back then, no matter what I did, my ways weren't dead back then. Everything sucked back then, we were friends. chance to breathe out. Couldn't see you coming. The start of nothing. Ooh, I can't hate you now. It's quite alright to hate me now. When we both know deep down, feeling still deep down is good. In the halls of your hotel, arm around my shoulder so I could tell how much I meant to you, meant it sincere back then. We had time to kill back then. You ain't a kid no more. We'll never be those kids again. It's not the same. I basically go. Don't you remember? I broke your heart last week. You probably feel better by the weekend. Still remember, had you going crazy, screaming my name, but feeling deep down is good.
You're listening to Background Noise. Like what you hear? Follow us on Instagram at Background Noise The Show for links to episodes, playlists, and more.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Background Noise today. I hope you are enjoying the episode as much as I am. We're chatting with Eric about his project, The Moon and I. We're just talking about a couple of his older songs, which, if you've listened to the show before, you know I always like to dig deep and find the oldest song because, like, just the progression is so fun to listen to. So I want to bring it back to the present. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the songs off your latest EP. One of the ones that were released together because I like them together. And I was wondering if there was a reason in particular that you released them together. And that was Desolates and Keep With Me.
Oh, yes. That's what's Keep With Me was released separately first, and then released again combined with Desolates. Mainly, it's like this day and age, it's like a marketing strategy. It's kind of like you release these singles, then you release them again, compile with the next one. It helps increase listenership. But thematically, too, they're both, like, I listen to them back to back often as well. They both have like this moody, introspective, calm vibe. And so, yeah, they play well back to back together as well. I'd say probably Desolates, in terms of like writing the songs, Desolates probably the most recent one, I think. And it's a short song. It's like 1:39, I think. I tried to like expand it to like 3 minutes, make it bigger, but it just didn't really work. And it's like, you know what? This song wants to be a short song. It wants to be a short little like poetry. Let it be what it wants to be. And that song is basically about, as you get older, you know, you start losing your friends, you start losing connections to people, you know, in your life. So it's kind of like this, reflection on this slow march of time, that we're all part of. How eventually, you know, kind of like desolates everything. So that's one part of it. And one lyric that always gets me in that one is, a moon desolates. And that, to me, personally, it's kind of like this commitment to this music project. Like when you're so devoted to your craft, you know, you don't have time for everything. So sometimes you lose connections with people and you lose, you know, other things you want to pursue. So for me, that line always gets me as well. And then yeah, for the song "Keep With Me," that was written probably about the same time as "Ocean Heart," back to back. And that one's a very intimate ballad. I love that song's really cool because it shifts through different moods. It starts like this intimate piano ballad. All of a sudden, in the middle, it cuts to like this solo piano, and you're floating. You don't know where you're going, and then it crescendos like this nice pop, warm finale. That's all like good feelings and feeling happy at the end.
No, that was one thing I really noticed with the song "Keep With Me" in particular was that like mood progression throughout the song. I thought it made it really fun to listen to.
Yeah, I love that. Like when songs, especially like the Beatles, their songs are maybe like 2-3 minutes sometimes, but they go through so many different shifts and moods, and that's why I love, because you're listening and you're like, I don't know where this is going, and there's a sudden change in direction that's exciting and it's memorable, and you want to connect, and you're like, oh, what song is this? Let me look this up.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna spin those two songs. We're gonna spin them back to back together because we can. But then, unfortunately, when we come back, we do have to wind down the show a little bit. But I do have one more song to chat about. This one was one of the French songs that I found. You did it with another artist. But we'll talk about that when we come back. First, here's Desolates.
Just the word I used to say. I've thrown away in a safe. A bird in a cage, it waits. A moon desolates, desolates. Friends that grow apart, and stories you save to heart. I hide them room to room, but time desolates, desolates. Keep with me when I'm low. Keep with me when I lose control. I'll never, never leave. I'll never, never leave. Left my heart from the dark. Keep it singing like a meadow lark. I'll never, never leave. I'll never, never leave. Tell me that you'll be true. Tell me that you'll stick like glue. I'll never, never leave. I'll never, never leave. So keep with me, I'll keep with you, keep with you in any way. So keep with me, now keep with you, keep with you, your way. So keep with me, I'll keep with you, keep with you anyway. So keep with me, when love falls through, I'll keep with you, keep with you.
You're listening to Background Noise. Like what you hear? Follow us on Instagram at Background Noise The Show for links to episodes, playlists, and more.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Background Noise today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. We were chatting with Eric from Montreal all about his project, The Moon and I, and his latest EP. We did talk about some other songs not on that EP, but we did mainly focus on it. One of the other songs, the last song we'll talk about today, is the French one, which, being in Montreal, we got to talk about that one. Besoin de toi, I do believe. Did I pronounce
That's
it right?
Yeah, besoin de toi.
Nice. Nailed it. I've been working harder on my Spanish than on my French, so I was like, hope I can nail it.
You got it.
You also did that song with Georgette as well, I do believe, right?
Yep, correct.
Cool. Tell me about that song and doing it with her as well.
Yeah, that song was written at a SOCAN song camp, actually. So it was a 3-day thing. Every day we had a different team, a team of 3 of 2 artists and a producer. And we had 1 day to make a song every day. And sometimes they would give us a challenge or a theme for the song. So for this one was written on day 2, written by me, Georgette, and JC, the producer on the track as well. And for that, the person in charge of the workshop, Sarah Dandan of SOCAN, Quebec, she gave me the challenge of like writing in French and making something more pop and fun and happy, which is, like not usually my comfort zone because I'm like moody, dark music. Thankfully, had awesome colleagues and collaborators. And so that song came about, Besoin de toi. It's the first time I wrote in French and sang in French. And also the first time that song got onto CBC radio, like in Montreal. So super proud of that one.
Nice. Good job. Congratulations for getting on CBC. That is awesome.
Thank you.
And you did have a music video with that one as well, too, which I thought was just like a really simple music video, but a really cool one. It was just you two playing your instruments by like a lake or a river. I couldn't really tell. Beautiful. Why don't you tell me a bit about that music video quick?
Yeah, the song itself is quite short. I think it's like 2 minutes something or maybe 3 minutes. So I'm like, let's keep it simple. It's a fun vibe song. People just want to see us vibe and have fun in a nice environment. So I pitched the idea to Georgette. I found one who, the video maker for it. And we got to this park, this very beautiful park in Montreal, René Lévesque, I believe it's called. It's kind of isolated. Not a lot of people know about it, but it's like this very long strip of land surrounded by the river and water. So we got there around, sunrise, 4 or 5 a.m. Everyone's tired. Everyone's kind of sleepy, but you got that small window of daylight. So you go in, you shoot, and yeah, we just had fun with it.
Awesome. Well, we'll play that one right away. That'll finish us off. But before we go, is there anything we should be keeping an eye out on you from?
Yeah, definitely check out the Ocean Heart music video just released. Like you said, it's kind of like a cinematic experience. It tells the story of a couple through time and space. It's kind of abstract, and there's like these surreal images along with like intimate relationship moments. You can find that on my YouTube. Next up, I'm preparing for live shows, so keep an eye on that for 2024. And wait to connect with people live, and play my music.
Awesome. Well, we will definitely be keeping an eye out for that. I will, of course, link everything in the bio, make it easier for the listeners to find you. Thank you so much, Eric, for chatting with me, sharing the stories about your songs. It was so much fun. It was so good to meet you. This is Boisson de Toi.
J'explose de pierre, je ne laisse pas mourir l'oiseau en moi qui va ses ailes de tout son cœur pour me sortir de là. Quand j'ai peur, je respire, j'explose de pierre. J'avais besoin de ça, j'avais besoin de toi, j'avais besoin de ça, j'avais besoin de toi. Quand tes armes s'éclatent, j'avais besoin de toi, j'avais besoin de toi, j'avais besoin de toi. Dans l'ombre, il y a des monstres qui s'emparent de moi. La brume m'envahit, le ciel n'existe pas. Quand j'ai peur, je respire, j'explose de pierre. J'avais besoin de ça, j'avais besoin de toi, j'avais besoin de ça, j'avais besoin de toi. Mais tout au fond de moi, ce que je sais toi, petite arme secrète, donne-moi la force, il me faut l'amour. Tout au fond de moi, ce que je sais toi, petite arme secrète, donne-moi la force, il me faut l'amour.
Well, that's all I got for today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning into Background Noise. I had a blast. And hey, you know what? If you're a Canadian musician as well and you're thinking, I want to be on the show, just click the link in our Instagram bio at Background Noise the Show and we'll try to set something up.